Hi, I'm Cary, and I thought it was about time I actually did a long chat about my own novel, The Skeleton Palms, which, if you've watched some of my other videos, you've seen me promote at the end of other book reviews. Now, I'll start, if you'll bear with me, by just reading the blurb on the back to give you a quick, very general idea of what happens. Pop on the glasses. A 13-year-old boy bludgeons a man to death in an abandoned building. A van load of migrants is delivered to sex traffickers in a deserted Las Vegas suburb. A super yacht moors off Malibu in the glare of a massive wildfire as a passenger drowns. A biker gang is massacred in the northern California wilderness. A blind man staggers to an agonizing death in the Nevada desert. All savage milestones in the life and career of Tom Bridger, ex-cop, private investigator, killer. Told in two interlocking narratives, The Skeleton Palms follows Bridger from his brutal childhood and youth in a spectacularly lawless California mountain town to the palatial homes of the super rich in Palm Springs and Los Angeles, where he becomes the target and nemesis of a vast conspiracy. So, a lot going on there. How this novel began for me, I was interested in writing sort of a neo-noir, hard-boiled detective story of the type, one in the long chain of novels that are style that began with someone like Raymond Chandler and so on. And so I had kind of a plot in my head how that would start in the present day, contemporary, with the character Tom Bridger becoming involved in a murder plot. And then, as I began writing it, it occurred to me, where do all these hard-boiled heroes and anti-heroes come from in fiction? We've met them in films and in novels by the hundreds and thousands, and they come ready-made to deal with violence and intrigue, and they're more than capable of dealing out violence themselves, very adept at it. How do these people achieve this kind of cynicism, ruthlessness, willingness to kill or to harm, all in the name of sometimes a good cause? What's the background to that? It's never usually explained. We meet them, they're tough, they're hard cases, so on and so forth. So then I thought, they must have interesting childhoods. Something in their childhood, something in their upbringing must have led them to this point. Sometimes in novels, they say, oh, well, they were used to be a cop, as if that's enough explanation. I didn't think it did. So without initially planning it, I thought, oh, what if I do alternating timelines where we meet Tom Bridger as a young boy and follow him growing up and see how the town he grew up in, Hexham, California, forged him into really a kind of monster by the end. Although some people could say he's a hero. He's definitely an anti-hero. Yes, so the town of Hexham it's largely set in the 1990s, and the early 2000s. It's a very lawless California town, completely given over to the drug trade, marijuana and meth. And it's ruled over by a Sheriff Reinhardt, who has both hands out to take bribes and to take a toll on all the criminal activities that go on in his domain. Now, once I decided on that, in the contemporary timeline, as we follow Tom Bridger, I was interested at the time I was writing it, which I began in 2018, the idea that the billionaires of today, the Elon Musks and so forth, how they are so willing, in order to gain more power, more money, chiefly, are so willing to trample on, what should I say, the world they live in. They actually harm their own environment, sometimes literally with for instance, the the Koch brothers. I think there's only one alive now. But think about it. People like that who fight hard to loosen pollution regulations and so on, essentially destroying their own world in the name of their own profit. They have to live here, but there's always the thought that their rationale, or I imagine the excuses they give themselves, is that they can escape from it all. They can get on their yachts. They can go to different countries. But to them, destroying the world, whether it takes a physical form like the environment or democracy, is all worth it at the end of the day. Even though you can look at it one way, it degrades even their quality of life, or could. So the contemporary timeline explored that idea as Tom Bridger comes up against a conspiracy organized by some super wealthy people in California to, I won't tip it away too much, but to literally destroy part of California and accrue a profit from it. And in the childhood, youth, teenage, and 20s timeline, which parallels in many ways and touches upon the contemporary timeline, we see how Tom was forged into the person who is well able to take on these billionaires and their conspiracy and maybe defeat it. You'll have to read to find out. Now, it's gotten good reviews if you want to check it up online on Kirkus Reviews, Goodreads, and so on and so forth. Fair warning, it's very violent, very dark. It touches upon a lot of the negative cultural aspects of life in the United States. So there is that. And I guess what else can I say about it? Obviously, if you're any kind of a reviewer on social media or in print and you'd like to get a copy to look at, just DM me or put a comment below, and that'd be great. So once more, I do want to show the cover because my daughter designed it. I think it's pretty damn cool. So again, the Skeleton Palms. Maybe you would enjoy it. I hope you do. Thanks. Bye.